Hi folks, I'm attorney Andy Segal. Today I'm going to talk about a crime that's sometimes misunderstood in the state of Alabama, which is sexual abuse in the second degree. I'm going to try to clear up some of the confusion and educate those of you who want to know what this crime requires. So, sexual abuse in the second degree is a crime that can occur in two different ways. One way is if a person touches sexually another person. And if that other person is incapable of giving consent, for example, they're intoxicated, or they're mentally incapacitated, or they're physically incapacitated, but if there's some reason that the other person can't consent to a sexual touching and somebody touches them, that's sexual abuse in the first degree. So, think about a girl's passed out at a party on a couch, and some guy says, "Oh, hey," and he touches her in an inappropriate manner, and you know what that is. Now, the other way this crime occurs is when somebody who is 19 years of age or older sexually touches a person who is between 12 and 16 years of age. Now here, it doesn't matter if the person, think maybe a 15-year-old girlfriend with a 19-year-old boyfriend, it doesn't matter if she's willing to, have that whatever sexual touching you want to characterize it as, it doesn't matter. Part of that is because a person that age isn't considered old enough to consent, so they can't consent. But if there's a sexual touching in that situation, then that is also sexual abuse in the second degree. Normally, sexual abuse in the second degree carries a range of punishment of from 0 to a year in jail. Now that may not sound as serious, and it's not as serious as other crimes. However, and the kicker is, it still can count as a sex offense. What that means is the person can be required to be registered as a sex offender for the rest of their life. And being registered as a sex offender means that that person is going to be permanently handicapped in a lot of ways, as far as employment, where they live, who they live with. So being registered as a sex offender is punishing in its own right. Now, this crime can be elevated to a Class C felony in two circumstances. One is if it's somebody's second sexual offense within a year, it's bumped up and it's a Class C felony. The other way, and it could be a first offense, but if the person who is accused is more than 15 years older, and we're talking about in the situation where the person touched is between 12 and 16 years old, so, some guy who's, 30, 31, 32, has a 15-year-old girlfriend and he touches her in a sexual manner, even if she's enthusiastic about it, doesn't matter. He's now committed a Class C felony. In addition to being registered as a sex offender, he also could be going to prison for up to 10 years. So if you or somebody you love is being investigated or has been accused of something like this, what do? Well, the first thing is you don't talk to police. You let your lawyer be the filter, let your lawyer be your mouthpiece. Politely decline any conversations that they want to have with you. Get a lawyer right away. If you can't afford one, keep your mouth shut until you can get one through the court system. One would be appointed for you. But if you can afford a lawyer, contact a competent lawyer right away. If you're in a legal jam here in North Alabama and you want our help here at Segal & Segal, you can give us a call. The phone number is below. I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative. Thank you for watching.